Let's put a Bible marker in Romans chapter 10. We're going back to that. But I want you to back up for a moment to Deuteronomy. And I want to show you exactly where we got it from. And I also want to show you why it's not doctrine. Now, all through this book of Deuteronomy, there is a certain word here. This is the 5th book of Moses. And it is a book of the law. Tell somebody, Deuteronomy is a book of the law. A lot of good stuff in Deuteronomy that we can use. But some of it is law. Some of it is Mosaic law. You got chapter 22? Look at verse 5. Read it with me. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God. This is a commandment of God concerning the national life of Israel. But I will stand here and boldly say to you, it was not talking about pants. If you open your dictionary and find P-A-N-T-S, pants, it will tell you that the word pants is an abbreviated form of the word pantaloons. And pantaloons were not innovated until about 500 years ago. And this scripture was written over 4,000 years ago. And when you go back and look even at pictures that are descriptive of Bible times, not only Moses' time, but all the way up to Jesus' time, you won't see men wearing pants, because there were no pants. It really had to do with some of the other nations round about them that had this thing they had then like they do now. You know, they had cross dressers, and they had fellows that tried to make themselves look as much like a woman as possible, and they had lesbians. And it had to do with the idol worship of a nation other than Israel, and God didn't want them looking like those other nations. But now, does it not stand to reason that if the book of Deuteronomy was written to the church, and if chapter 22 verse 5 is in effect, would not all of the other verses in the chapter be in effect also? And strangely enough, when those traditionalists read verse 5, they won't read another verse in the chapter. Let me read just one other verse. Look with me to verse 11. Let's read that one. Thou shalt not wear a garment of divers sorts. Now wait a minute, the word divers means different. In other words, it's saying thou shalt not wear a garment that has different materials. If you wear silk, wear all silk. If you wear cotton, wear all cotton. If you wear linen, wear all linen. Said thou shalt not wear, read it, a garment of divers sorts, as of woolen and linen together. Now, if verse 5 meant pants, and if a woman that wears pants is going to hell, then the rest of the women in the church are going to hell for wearing two kinds of fabric. And while the pastor is weighing out that sister that he saw down the street with some pants on, his wife and everybody else is sitting up there with woolen and linen and cotton and silk and wool. And if verse 5 will send you to hell, so will verse 11. The day has come when we're going to have to come out of legalism and realize that the terms of salvation doesn't have to do with what you got on. It's an inside job.